Hi there! Well, let's go ahead and finish off September events, starting with September 20th, 1643, the first battle of the English Civil War. Battle of Newbury sees King Charles I's forces defeated by parliamentary army led by Earl of Essex and Philip Stapleton. It is supposedly 6,000 men died on the field. 1664, Maryland passes the anti-amalgamation law to stop intermarriage between white women and black men, or at least English women. 1674, Second West Indies Company forms. 1688, French troops occupy region or settlement of Paltz in modern-day Germany. 1697, Peace of Ryswick ends the 9 Years' War between France and the Grand Alliance of the Holy Roman Empire, Dutch Republic, England, Spain, Savoy, Portugal, and Sweden. Moving on to September 21st, 1648, the beginning of the battle at Pilaké, Bogdan Khmelnytsky's Cossack defeat the Polish army of John Casimir II. This battle does end later in September 23rd. 1676, Benedetto Odescalchi is elected as Pope Innocent XI. 1677, Jan and Nicholas van der Heyden patent the fire hose. September 22nd, 1656, all-female jury hears the case of Judith Catchpole, who is accused of killing her child. They acquit her in Patuxent County, Maryland. 1665, Moliere's comedic play known as L'amour Valaisin premieres for King Louis XIV in Versailles. 1692, the last people who are hanged for witchcraft on this very day, 19 of which have been hanged over the course the witch trials. That includes 6 other deaths. I believe that does conclude the witch trials themselves. September 23rd, 1642, Harvard College in Cambridge, Massachusetts, has its first commencement. September 24th, 1657, the first autopsy and coroner's jury verdict is recorded in Maryland. 1664, the Dutch Fort Orange, or New Netherland, its present-day Albany, New York, surrenders to the English. 1683, Louis XIV of France expels all Jews from France's possessions in the Americas. That does take time. 1688, France declares war on the German states of the Holy Roman Empire. Louis Armand de l'Homme d'Arche leaves Mechanic on a mysterious journey of exploration about which he later writes. He discovered a long river. September 25th, 1639, the first printing press in the Americas set up in Cambridge under the guarantee of Harvard College. On the same day, Suzuki Shoshan, a samurai monk of Zen Buddhism, has founded Awakening of a New pathway. 1643, Scotland signs the Solemn League and Covenant that encourages two parties of a conflict to work together. 1654, England and Denmark sign the trade agreement. 1663, Austrian Fort Neuhausen surrenders to the invading Ottomans. 1690, the Public Occurrences first newspaper in the American colonies in Boston publishes its first and last issue, at least last edition. September 26, 1655, Peter Stuyvesant recaptures the Dutch fort Casimir from, I believe, the English in Delaware. 1665, height of the Great Plague of London, as 7,165 people die throughout the previous week. 1680, a tax revolt in Guanaham due to the tax on what they call cereal. 1687, Acropolis in Athens is attacked by Venetian army attempting to evict the Turks. Process damages the Parthenon through a exploded powder that was hit. 1688, the City Council of Amsterdam votes to support Prince William of Orange's invasion of England, which became known as the Glorious Revolution in the Netherlands. September 27th, 1694, hurricane hits Carlisle Bay, Barbados. 27 British ships sink, causing 3,000 sailors and soldiers to die by drowning. Moving on to September 28, 1644, the Knights of Malta, or the Knights of St. John, attack an Ottoman convoy of ships that include the chief black eunuch and pilgrims for Mecca. They either kill or sell the all into slavery. This very event leads to the Cretan War a year later. 1652, the English-Dutch sea battle at Kentish Knock commences. 1687, the Venetians take Athens from the Turks. September 29th, 1650, the Second Fronde Rebellion. The Fronde of the Princes uprising ends in France. On the same day, Henry Robinson opens the first marriage bureau in England. Moving on to 1651, Royalist commander James Stanley is court-martialed and condemned by parliamentary, who are the victors. 1668, English expedition to Hudson Bay led by Frenchman Medard Couillard de Gosselier arrives at Nemiscal, it's known as Rupert, the river aboard the Nonsuch, which is the beginning of the Hudson Bay Company. 1678, France and the German state known as Brandenburg signed a peace treaty. And September 30th, 1649, last Swedish troops vacate Prague. 1659, Peter Stuyvesant of New Netherlands forbids the playing of tennis during religious services. Robinson Crusoe is shipwrecked, according to Daniel Defoe's famous novel. And it's not really clear whether it was shipwrecked or not unless you do some really deep research. 1681, Netherlands and Sweden sign a treaty. That's all for now. You have a good one.